Big Vern. Welcome to App Stupid Studios, the fastest growing sports and entertainment channel on these YouTube streets. We did it. We're in season 3 thanks to you all. This is where we cover NBA, college basketball, and college football along with the NFL. Thanks to you all for making us one of your stops and destinations in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. So sit back, relax, let us do our thing. Welcome to App Stupid. What up? Big Vern on the radio. Happy Saturday to you. Here in the Midwest, we are still snowed in. It's a whopping 19 degrees outside with the high of 27. So if you got to take your pets out, make sure you're on a shoveled walkway. Also, so you don't slip and hurt yourself. And also, God bless the homeless. We are here on a historic Saturday morning. And I don't want to be here. However, got an action-packed show lined up for you today. Gonna talk some football. The Ohio State Buckeyes beat up and punk out Texas. That game was not close. Find out what our thoughts are on that game. Then we will revisit the Penn State versus the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And we'll go ahead and visit that in the Orange Bowl. Michael Vick, the coach of Norfolk State, he's got a mystery supporter. Just who is that mystery man? We'll get into that. And then also the SEC. Got to have a come to Jesus moment. Because for everything these guys said that they were, they're not. These stories and many more when we come back from a quick 20. From a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern. We promoting a new rap album this month. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, Missionary. Get it in stores where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is going to be Foreplay. Shangri-La is crazy. That's a crazy record. Out of the Blue. That beat switch tempo, oh man, that's a genius. Hard Knocks, Gorgeous, Last Dance with Mary Jane, that's fire to me. Then there's Sticky Situation, oh my, there's so many cuts on here. If you enjoy real hip hop and music, then Snoop Dogg Missionary does not disappoint. Get it in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Dre and Snoop, D.O. Double Jizzle, still out here making it happen. Good album, I support it. So, not going to go ahead and hold you and delay this. The Ohio State Buckeyes, they beat up and punk out Texas. And I was puzzled because Texas, not only did they have a home game in Austin to open the college playoff, they also had another home game in Dallas. They never left the state of Texas. Now, I don't know how they were able to commandeer this because they didn't win the SEC championship game. They were the runner-up. So just like Penn State was the runner-up and they got one home game and then they had to leave the state of Pennsylvania. I don't know how Texas pulled that off. And that's just me being honest. So looking at how this game broke down. One thing I saw last night, and this is why I said Texas got beat up and punked out, penalties moved the ball for them in the offense. And questionable throws and, things that would go along the lines of Ohio State making mistakes to benefit Ohio State. They had 9 penalties for 75 yards last night. And not only did they have to overcome the referees, they also had to play Texas in their own backyard. And when you spot a team like Texas 75 yards and you still beat them in convincing fashion, what does that say? Because Quinshawn Judkins was playing no games last night. This guy was running between the tackles, taking contact, and twisting and moving and bending and still keeping his legs going right into Pater. That dude was on a mission last night. Plus, he had a pancake tackle. That dude was playing no games. He was playing no games. And Ohio State was on there for full display. Now, one thing I did not like that Texas was doing is that Texas was trying to deny those big plays that Ohio State would rack up. And so what Chip Kelly would do, he would actually play the middle of the field. We'll get more into what was done and what wasn't done by the Longhorns when we get back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern, Drop the Spot. It's your boy Big Vern promoting a new rap album this month. Redman, Muddy Waters 2. Get it in stores where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is What's Hot, La 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 with Redman and Method Man, Don't You Miss, Ignorant, A, Hood Star with Kid Capri, Faith Evans, Pop the Trunk, Ghetto Motivation, I love that record, Kush with Snoop Dogg, Goofy, 1 O'Clock, and many more. Redman, Muddy Waters 2, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Redman getting it done, making it happen. Just a great album. Funk Doctor, Spit Out, Brick City, Stand Up. So when we left off, we were talking about what Texas would not do. And I didn't think they started feeling themselves around the third quarter. So let's just go ahead and get that out there. The first half, they did absolutely nothing. And the fans were begging them. Even color commentary was biased against Ohio State because it was almost like as if they were cheering for Texas to do something, and every little thing let's just say this. When you work for ESPN and they have a relationship with the SEC, the commentary is going to be biased because, number one, you have a business relationship with them. So you're not there to call things right down the middle. So we have eyes. All of those pass interference calls, come on. There were at least two where you can see Tate had gotten held around the waist with the inside arm, and with the outside arm, his defender was able to get him outstretched. They was like, oh, well, there was nothing to see. However, when that same favor was repaid to Texas in the third quarter, coming towards the end zone, now all of a sudden that's a call. Come on now. All of these holding calls, everybody holds in college football. Everybody holds in college football. Come on now. And even in Pop Warner, the guys who are playing corner, they don't teach these guys how to go ahead and turn and get their head around and look for the ball. And so these calls like, oh, they didn't make a football play and blah, blah, blah. Every game in the SEC is over officiated. It is over officiated. And last night was nothing different because they were trying to manufacture a narrative to get Texas into a position they did not deserve. They did not deserve it. Between Quinshawn Judkins and Henderson, whenever Texas thought that they were going to go ahead and make it close, boom, there you go. They were only able to stay in that game because of the referees. So not only did the Buckeyes have to overcome the referees, they also had to play Texas and deal with the adversity of playing in Texas' backyard. They were in Dallas. So if that's the case, just say you take those 9 penalties for 75 yards. Had you cut it down to like 3 or 4 penalties for 40 yards, that game is a blowout. And they still had a 2-touchdown blowout over Texas. And I'm being dead serious. And so for what it's worth, the conference that was telling people that they didn't belong, they needed the most help. They needed the more breaks. They had everything in their favor and they still couldn't cash that check. They were defeated by Ohio State. And if Ohio State didn't have 75 yards in penalties, that game could have been out of control had the referee swallowed the whistle. Hell, they didn't swallow the whistle and they still lost by 2 scores. And I don't know what it's going to take well, I know what it's going to take. We'll talk about that when we come back from a quick rap album we're promoting. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern promoting a new rap album this month. Redman, Muddy Waters 2. Get it in stores where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is What's Hot, La 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 with Redman and Method Man, Don't You Miss, Ignorant, A, Hood Star with Kid Capri, Faith Evans, Pop the Trunk, Ghetto Motivation, I love that record, Kush with Snoop Dogg, Goofy, 1 O'Clock, and many more. Redman, Muddy Waters 2, in stores now. And shout out to Redman making it happen. Funk Didoc, the Spidoc, Brick City. Muddy Waters 2 is a good album. It's out popping right now. So, landing this plane, okay? Now, I was saying before the break that I know what it's going to take for legacy media. It's going to take them actually watching a game. It's going to take them sacrificing those coveted cows and coming to the realization that the SEC is a political machine more than it is an actual football conference. Because you would have guys every time they start grumbling about this, who doesn't deserve to be there, and then they started cherry picking. Oklahoma lost to Navy. Embarrassing. Alabama, they lost to a Michigan team who did not throw the ball in the second quarter. Alex Orji beat Alabama, and he didn't throw anything but 3 passes. 2 of them connected, and the last one was an interception. Georgia got beat worse than Indiana, because I know everybody in the SEC had a hard-on for Indiana, saying that they didn't play anybody, they didn't belong. You all don't belong. Your best team was humiliated by Notre Dame. Your runner-up got multiple calls and still got dogged by Ohio State. So if we're going to call it right down the middle, let's call it right down the middle. But congratulations to Ryan Day and company. If you are in the Columbus area, get in the comments. Let me know how you felt about last night's game. This is Big Vern. I'll be back